Hello, Five Girls Book Reviews. My name is Susan Nees, and I am the author and the illustrator of a series published by Scholastic Press called Missy's Super Duper Royal Deluxe. This is a chapter book these are all chapter books for emerging readers. And here we are. Let's see. Here's the first one, Missy's Super Duper Royal Deluxe. Picture A, Class Pets, School Play, and the last book in this series for now is Field Trip. And for those of you who are new to the series, this is a picture of the main character, whose name is Melissa Abigail Rose, but everyone just calls her Missy. Now, you've asked me to answer a couple of questions here, so let's just get started. The first question is, what age were you when you wrote your first book? This was not my first career, so I started off as an illustrator, and so I didn't start writing this book until I was about 50 years old. And I started writing in 2012, and I wrote all 4 books and illustrated them in pretty quick succession. My favorite book of all the books I have done is probably the one that I have on my drawing board right now. It is a book that I am working on, and it's just in the beginning stages, and that is pretty standard for me. The one that I'm working on right now is the one that I'm most excited about. Some of my favorite things to write about are characters that have quirks, and I really enjoy writing about their relationships with their peers, their parents, their schoolmates, and I love writing about humor. I just can't resist putting something in there that to make people laugh and to make myself laugh. And I also like things happening pretty quickly. I like there to be lots of activity. And as far as activities, another question that you had for me was, what are some of my favorite activities? And I really enjoy drawing and painting, since I am also the illustrator for the series. And I like to cook, and I like to garden. And I like to cook and I like to garden because I like to eat. And I also love to travel. That's another favorite thing. And another question that you have I written any other books other than the Missy Super Duper Royal Deluxe series? And I have written a few other books, but they are not published yet. So fingers crossed, let's just hope those get published. And your last question is, do any of my siblings like to write? If they do, I don't know about it, so I'll have to ask them. I have 9 siblings, and most of them are involved with farming, and so maybe they're secret writers and I just don't know about it, but I think the answer would have to be no. All right. Thanks for inviting me onto your blog, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, bye-bye.